Welcome back to Technobabylon. This is our turn. Okay. Subject case file. Dr. Law is authorized by City Administrator Dr. Eduardo Vargas. Please find access to the investigation's case files and closed. We will discuss the case in person with the Administrator. Please make an appointment. Okay. Downloading. Think.
Ow! Hey, what was that?
Download case file. Okay. This is from Charles Regis, received 10 July, subject no. Wow. Subject, no subject. Oh, there's no attachments there. From Central, received 9 July 2087, subject mindjackings. Dr. Lau, thank you for the summary of the so-called mindjacking investigations. It's evident that some of Dr. Town's basic response went to your work, but please do what you need to not also emulate his less helpful behavioral patterns. Okay. From Edward Lau, received 8 July 2087, please come home. Max, it doesn't matter what Mom said. I don't really understand what you did either. But I'm not going to judge you. I miss you and they won't admit it, but Mom and Dad too. Please come home, Max. That city, that life, it'll change you. Eddie. Okay, whoever Edward Lau is, I think that's her, Oh, okay, I think Edward Lau's her brother. Yeah, Edward Lau's her brother. Okay. Alright. We already got that, so, yeah. No new messages. Okay. What else can we do here? What's this? Centralized. Okay, that's nothing different there. Okay, that's out there. That's... Huh. Centralized Emergency Logistics Case File NF 518-28797. Category Homicide. Breaking, entering, abuse of public office. Case officer assigned Dr. Lau. Outline 11 July 2087. Dr. Adam Baxter, PN 6293884, was found dead by co-workers at the Vickerman Tasamuto Telepresence Laboratory in the Northeast Network. Salesman contacted and case officer Lau activated for investigation. Victim state Dr. Adam Baxter, former Brenner computing researcher for City of Newton. Recent parole from rehabilitation sentence. Suspects Regis, Dr. C, cell agent, spouse of Keisha Regis, victim of murder by Dr. Baxter, was detected entering laboratories on 10 July 2087 and leaving her 28 minutes later. Action. Suspect Charles Regis has been unreachable and has historically demonstrated a high anti-civil behavior index. With such a strong motive, his apprehension for questioning is a priority. Lau and the side to investigate crime scene Vickerman Pharmaceuticals. Okay. Well, let's, I don't think we can call him. Let's, Grey Goo Incident. Cell firefighters has having been called to the Hartgill Preparatory School, where the out-of-control growth of wetware culture is resulting in what is euphemistically termed grey goo. Principal Andrew Mitba issued a statement on behalf of the school expressing relief that cells have been able to control the outbreak before damage can be done. They rid of their policy against bringing wetware into the school. Wetware, so-called due to its gelatinous appearance, is the genericized term for a number of nanomechanical products derived from organic structures. Safeguards in place in commercial wetware to ensure their application of material can only occur with secure factory conditions. Hobbyist engineers have on many occasions taken it as a challenge to breach new wetware products and reactivate the material's ability to create more of itself. Such uncontrolled growth becomes dangerous when wetware no longer responds to chemical signals to cease reproduction. It is believed that tampering with a recreational product was the catalyst for today's incident. While schools have been closed for repairs and decontamination, Cell has reported that 4 students have received only minor injuries and are being treated for burns and contamination. City Coordinator Alice AI Central has stated the mass has been deactivated, poses no further threat to lives or property within Newton. Okay, well, let's get that now. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's anything else we need to do here.
Wetware's not. Wetware's not.
Okay, well, we got some wetware. Not sure what we need to do with that. I guess he's not going to talk to us.
No answer.
Okay, he's not gonna answer to it. He's not gonna answer us. Okay.
Wetware.
Okay, let's check Regis' desk.
Sorry, Regis.
Yeah. Photograph.
A physical photograph. The team. February 2067.
Nina, Adam, Eduardo, Gwen, Vicky, and Charlie. Who is that? Oh, that's Baxter. Okay. And we're not seeing his face. Why aren't we seeing his face?
Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same.
I'm more inclined to think that the mindjacker and Regis is blackmailer connected, but that may be a different person. I don't know. But we'll find out. Where are we supposed to go here? The crime scene? Yeah, go to the crime scene. I'm guessing that's where we're supposed to head. Vickerman Pharmaceutical Laboratories.
Wow, that's a lot of green.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Great, they finally sent someone.
Huh.
You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. Make it quick, I'm busy.
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence factoring labs. Most of it's automatic. I just make sure it's all running like it should.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a lousy job most of the time. TP is where management sticks people they don't want in public-facing roles.
You're not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been one disaster after another. I'm just glad it's plateaued into some kind of stability.
Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
In any more detail?
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer.
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked too.
You haven't seen the body?
No, not in person, if that's what you mean. We got the camera feed online, but it was obvious that Baxter wasn't going to be coming out.
When did you last see him?
Guess it could have been Wednesday?
So he could have been killed any time in the past 3 days?
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
What's the purpose of this lab? Plant studies?
Yes and no. It's a TP lab, telepresence. There's a lot of research that's not exactly legal in some countries.
But in Newton, pretty much anything goes.
Yeah.
Exactly. If someone in the EU needs research done on something hazardous, infectious, or endangered, they send the orders here and we carry out the testing.
What sort of research?
Mostly we make new angiosperms from scratch. That's flowering plants to you.
Gee, thanks. Why would people want new flowers?
Sometimes it's a drug delivery method. The earliest commercial examples were fruit that grew packed with insulin. A lot of new wetware begins its life as engineered fruit too.
Must be awkward if they cross-pollinate in the wild.
And a legal headache. Part of our job is making sure the copy protection works.
Copy protection in plants? Ouch. Aside from yourself, who else works in this laboratory?
There's my intern, Martin Meester, operates the factoring line. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me about Mr. Meester.
He came over from Eurofed on a study program. He's young. I guess we're all like that in our youth.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying Maladist trend. He knows how to follow instructions, so I let him get on with it.
Is visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand. Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him.
Exactly.
You've got a keen mind. What's your take on this?
Hey, I'm not the detective, young lady. You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
That's my inclined. I'm
Why do you
inclined to
say
think
that?
it too.
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse contaminating the specimen bank.
Anything else?
Well, something strange. Since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks like he spent his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
You knew Regis as well.
Yeah, I was on a research team with him and his wife back in the 60s. Baxter, too.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I'd have strangled Baxter too. I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
You think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as...
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious, huh? We found a couple of specimens that Regis tampered with in his hour here. So I gotta run through the catalog and dig out the backups.
Sounds straightforward.
Not when there's 11,000 samples to take. Oh, I could punch Regis for this. Though, I want to shake his hand for Baxter, so it kinda evens out.
Yeah.
What's been done to the samples?
He's used a customized viral vector to add huge amounts of junk DNA to their genomes. These are the last two I found, Medioflorens interensis and Linacia lawsonis.
May I have a look?
You think it'll help?
Just a hunch.
Okay.
Huh. Non-binary. Quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data, but M and L, my initials. This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Okay, so there is a reason for us
Safe
talking
to
to this
say
guy,
it's
to
in the
this
other
person.
plants he's engineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long would it take to sample everything in the lab?
Oh, only a couple of years. We have over 11,000 subjects.
Ugh.
You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
So, you worked with Regis and his wife, as well as Baxter. Did you also work for Dr. Vargas?
That pompous ass? Yeah, I worked for him.
I don't care for him.
He was a competent researcher, but he lives for politics. Everything was always about making the world a better place.
And you don't think it should be better?
It's a nice idea, just not realistic. And what we ended up making, it was... Actually, never mind.
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with, natural and man-made.
And that's where Baxter worked?
Yeah, it's not exactly taxing. I wanted to see what he could do since they put a governor in him.
You left him to work alone in there?
I'll be honest, he was not a pleasant man to talk to.
Huh.
I wonder why Regis hid a message inside the DNA of these plants.
DNA's been used as a data storage medium before. Rather than on-off binary, DNA would be quaternary bits. Adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. If he just left a message on one of the systems, though, or even on paper...
Then someone could have destroyed or erased it. Short of burning down the entire lab, they'd have no way to be sure they destroyed a message hidden like this.
Especially since he's scrambled so many of the other samples as camouflage.
He needs to make sure it's found, and based on the layout, he wants me to find it. Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and...
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had red flowers, broad leaves, and produced large, round fruit.
Well,
Have
that's...
you found...
There was a...
And...
I do brought and produced.
Okay, so that's alright.
Why didn't the facility's CI detect
We're gonna
Baxter's
need to know
vitals
that.
suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment in here.
We were wondering that as well. This afternoon, we noticed the monitoring system in the sample lab was in recursion. All hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you've got a technical fault with the software or wetware interfacing,
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that. What sort of research were you conducting in the 60s?
You mean with Charlie and his wife? You might not believe it, but we were the people behind Central.
Central? The city governing AI Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a coordinator AI. Vargas put together a team, including the new Mr. and Mrs. Regis.
Luke, me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory for him. We left after the unpleasantness. We finished the project a few months later.
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts.
Yeah.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
Okay. Can we use the weapon?
It's only compatible.
For the sample tool. Oh, well.
The sampler's empty.
Oh, I see. We got it. Yeah. Okay. Go on the production line then. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Hi there.
Every Thursday, a tribe of domineering braggarts awkwardly smears the ugly fiction monger with horses.
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
What time do we think we want it to be?
What is wrong with
You're
you?
not making any sense.
Georgie promised a blow by blow.
Are you alright?
Nihilism asked you a question?
Can I get you?
I am a possibility to move it from the TV.
Okay.
What?
What's your role at this facility?
When do you offer a mechanical holiday?
Uh-huh. What happened here?
12-year-old question. John Goal anyone?
I see.
Okay,
I give up.
The robot.
right. Red plants. Okay, so those are red plants, so let's
I've
find...
taken a DNA sample from it.
Okay. Alright, so, wait a minute. Those are red plants? Those are also red plants. Those are blue vines. Yeah, it said something about red plants, so let's...
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Not sure what we're supposed to do here. Red plants. Those all look the same.
Warning. Vickerman Pharmaceutical.
Oh god, what a mess.
Yeah.
Nothing unusual found on the body, Central. Estimation on time of death?
The climate control in the specimen lab is compromising your sensors. Ambient temperature is just above freezing.
I better not. It would only take it away and...
Oh. Okay. Detail, Floria. Not sure what this is supposed to do. Detail, undergoing weaponization, specifically targeting pollinating insects. Client, Greater Han Republic. Detail, Anoka, Retricula. Attempts being made to isolate useful genome sex, reduce incidence of fatal consumption side effects. Detail, Avana Sativa. The common new strains are currently out to cope with rapidly changing European climate. Detail. God, I can't read all these. Fuck that. I don't really know, like, what I'm supposed to do here, so. But at least I just checked his body.
I haven't examined the body.
Oh. Well, fuck. What am I supposed to do?
I haven't.
So now that I'm in here, I have to examine the bodies somehow. Now how am I supposed to do that?
I'm going to need to find where he's.
Well, I'd like to, but they won't let me leave the room.
I haven't.
God damn it.
Nothing unusual.
Okay.
As much as I love shocking things,
Well, what am I supposed to do? No, that's... Well, damn it. What am I supposed to do here? Oh.
wetware's not.
Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Because this game is not letting me leave the room now until I investigate the body. And it's not letting me investigate the body.
Nope. Nothing. Update Central.
What is this?
Dr. Baxter is certainly dead. He's been decapitated. And not cleanly either.
His head has been removed.
More like destroyed. At a glance, this would be the most likely cause of death.
What is your estimation of the incident, Dr. Lau?
There's too much we can't say for sure. We don't know precisely when Baxter was murdered. We can't even be sure that this was the cause of death.
That is a fair assessment. A clearer picture will no doubt follow the autopsy.
Don't send in anyone yet. I still need to carry out a preliminary.
I understand. Continue your investigation of events surrounding the incident.
Understood. Lau out. I hope I can find something to get Regis off the hook.
Can we leave this room now? Yes. Okay, so investigate the body. Alright, cool. You need to talk to us.
Hi there.
Wondrous.
Uh-huh.
My name's
The barber.
What happened?
Did Mark
I see.
Right.
I give up.
those?
Yeah, you don't... No.
I can't figure out what... Excuse me. I tried talking to your intern. It wasn't helpful.
Oh, never mind that. He's got aphasia.
Isn't that treatable?
Oh, yes. He just gave it to himself.
Wait, what?
That's what the kids are into these days.
Crippling neurological disorders?
Yes and no. Maladism, they call it.
Okay.
They give themselves old diseases. It only lasts about a week each time.
And you let him do that?
He's not public-facing. And as long as it doesn't get in the way of his work, I figure we all did things the old folks thought were stupid back when we were kids.
I need to ask Meester about the tampered specimens. How do I cure his aphasia?
Well, you wouldn't really cure it. He doesn't actually have the disease. It's essentially wetware designed to occupy the Wernicke and Broca regions of the brain. This then produces the symptoms of the disease. That's what they're going for.
I can't wait a week for the wetware to break down.
Find a way to break it down early then. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that instructs the fabricators in wetware to disassemble themselves.
I can't get into the airlock.
The airlock and the growth lab are secure areas. We grow potentially hazardous organisms beyond those doors.
I'm trying to conduct an investigation here. Don't make me get a warrant.
I'm sorry, Central would likely agree with us. We can't just give anyone access to the growth lab.
Not even a cell agent?
I'd need a pretty damn good reason.
Have you found...
There was a...
And?
I do remember that it had red flowers, broad leaves, and produced large, round fruit. Is that all?
For now.
Then if you...
These are yellow plants. Wait a minute. Red flowers. Ah! Wait a minute. Let's use the DNA sample on the DNA signature.
Looks like Regis did.
Sample B in that one? Probably not.
Looks like Regis.
But I bet there is one in that one over there.
I've taken a DNA sample from it. Looks like Regis.
But this... Oh, it said round fruit. That's not round. It's fruit though. But I don't know what the hell to do here. It's like,
Excuse me, Doc.
Make it.
Have you found?
There was a batch of orchidation.
And
I do remember that it had red flowers, broad leaves, and produced large, round fruit.
okay, that's not large.
Is that all?
for now,
Then
That's
if
not.
you-
That's not large
I
round fruit.
better. If I start.
Is that it? No, that's not it. Shit. I go in there?
Warning, Vicar.
No. Well, damn it. I'm not sure. That's not red. What about that one? No, it's all the same. I'm having trouble finding this stupid thing.
Wetware's not.
Okay.
You're looking for.
Insignificance could.
All right. All right. The way out.
Okay. Well, I'm a little stumped, so yeah, I'm gonna have to consult a walkthrough. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I hate to cut off in the middle like this, but I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do next, so let's save. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more Technobabylon Stage Children's Plays, to which I like, subscribe, and comments. And I will see you next time. But for now, bye-bye.